Dunk.
How we doing, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? Info here with another memes build. So this is the lightning version of the Proc Paladin I posted a couple of weeks ago. So instead of procking blizzards or frozen orbs or ravens or anything that I've been messing around with, we've gone back to the roots with the old War Shrike. Now, a lot of you will know this from the popularised Act 3 mercenary of last season's, where stick an innocence on an Act 3 Merc, proc some Novas, life's good. And as you obviously know, for Season 10, the devs made Act 3 mercenaries not able to carry daggers anymore. Now, before the Act 3 mercenary became popular with innocence and this, I was using this on sorceresses because I could use lightning mastery and synergize, the Nova proc, etc, etc. And at first I was just stabbing, then ferocity came along, so I used that, and then innocence came along and I used that, but all on a sorceress. I never actually built the Act 3 Merc. Didn't see the appeal myself. I like to stab with this thing, because look how cool it looks in the Paladin's hand. But we're going to ruin that with Demon Limb, but you know, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So let's start off with the gear then. Obviously War Shrike, this one, increased attack speed and Deadly Strike Slam, means you can really get them Zeals off to really proc them Novas. And then I got a Grift, again not a brilliantly rolled Grift, and the Slam was just magic fine again, but we're just throwing a janky memes build together, so I slapped a facet I had in there. You know, none of it's perfect, but it does the job. Same Seraphs as on the Cold Paladin, to help with the resist lightning aura. Same Herald of Zakarum. Now I did obviously take off the cold faceted Tyrael's armor and put it on a different character. So I took a G-Bane that I have for 3 sockets, Corruption. G-Bane's great because I needed Cannot Be Frozen, because before I had Nightwings and Snow Clash, and because they both have half freeze duration, I got my Cannot Be Frozen. Because I was switching the armor slot out, I'd put something in with Cannot Be Frozen. You could go 3 socket Duriels here as well, life, defense, resistances, blah blah. This is nice though, and I slammed some random lightning facets that I had in there. I mean, G-Bane's great anyway, but 3 socks, 3 facets, hell yeah. Same Tear Haunch. Well, actually not really. These are the 2/2s with life that I mentioned in the previous video that I slammed, because I didn't need the poison res this time around. Same Dwarf Star. Did change to Thunder Gods with the lovely Strength Slam to really help get the gear on. 2 to Lightning Skills helps with your resist lightning aura. And then random Dual Leech Ring. Lost a lot of Leech, because I didn't have the skull in the Nord's Tenderizer. And Soul Drainers again for the same reasons, to bring bosses' defenses down, to make sure you get those procs. Same Call to Arms as before, so I can get a slightly better Holy Shield, some life and mana. And with this one I went with a Demon Limb just to get an extra enchant, get those extra Zeals, you know, the AR to get the Zeal procs, sorry. So yeah, not much of a gear change, just made it a bit more lightning focused. So on to the charms. Same charms in terms of defensive aura skillers to try and boost the resist lightning. The only changes I made was to put in some lightning skill damage. Again, not lovely big life on them. I've got one with cold damage. And I had to fill the gaps with some resistances because of the gear swaps. I didn't have as much. Same Torch, same Annie. So now we'll go on to the Mercenaries gear. His belt is out on loan to my low-level dueler, but it's a string of ears for sustain. Just throw on some random ghoul hides because I don't know where the gloves went for this build, but that gives him, you know, increased attack speed and such. 3 socket Leviathan, which I slammed recently, so damage reduction, strength, all that good stuff. Crown of Thieves, again, I don't know where his other helmet went, Merc-wise. Everything got shifted around when I switched to an Act 5 Merc. Yeah, so Life Leech, Magic Find, all that good stuff. Marrow Walks for Cannot Be Frozen. And then Stormspire with some ED Jewels, just to get the physical up, but most importantly, because the static field really helps the both of us. His charge bolts that come out, should in theory be helped by my resist lightning aura. They're both really high proc chances, as you can see if you're not acquainted with this weapon, as well as this being a high proc chance of 40% for the Nova. So we're both doing, some pretty hefty lightning and physical damage. Now, skill-wise, again, this is just another me being stubborn and trying to make defensive auras work, like the previous cold video. So we maxed out resist lightning. It gives us a 45% bonus to our lightning skills. So yeah, my Nova and the Mercenary's charge bolts. 1 point to get down to, in prayer to get down to cleansing. 1 point gives us a decent reduction in curse and poison duration. I only stuck a couple of points in resist fire and cold this time because I didn't have the Guardian Angel, so we don't have massive overstacking on the maximums there, but still good. And the 1 point in salvation again for when we teleport, same as before. We have good old spell steal, so salvation so we don't die to souls. And then, same as before, nothing in this tree. Although, however, if you do want to make this build actually work, I would say don't bother with the resist lightning. The 45% is incredibly minimal for what it could be when you could just put the 20 points into conviction. Lowers enemies' defense, so you hit them easier, so you don't need all that AR bonus, and also massive reduction in their resistances, so that they really get slapped by lightning. Combat tree is pretty much the same as before, as I mentioned. We max out Sacrifice and Zeal, because Zeal is what we're trying to proc the Novas with, and Sacrifice is Zeal's synergy. And we max out Holy Shield for the huge defense bonuses. Also, the Act 2 Mercenaries Defiance, so we're pretty damn tanky. And we get 1 point Joust for movement. You can charge about for movement as well. And because we have on Tear Haunch, we have 2 to Vigor. So we didn't need a point in there. We can just blag that when we're in town, usually for running around. Right then, so a little bit of example gameplay. It is faster than the cold one. We're going to avoid that combat shrine because we want to show you how the raw edited, unedited footage of, yeah. So we'll start off with buffing our Holy Shield and Battle Command, Battle Orders. Quick enchant to really bring up those AR. Shore up the AR problems. We slap on the soul drainers because I like the drain. So yeah, we've got 10k Zeal, 13k defense, 75% chance to block, another tight damage range of 2.6 to 4.2 there. It's not a lot, but the lightning procs do damage. Yeah, I said do, but no time for that now. Let's move on. So we teleport in, stabbity stab. There we go. Some Novas are going off, some charge bolts going off. Everything's good. There we go, some Zealing. We did get cursed, so we can just switch to cleansing right there, and it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. And there we have it. Sometimes you get loads of Novas proc, like there. Sometimes, we got one off the charge there. There we go, that wasn't too bad. So, it's fun in games. It's pretty slow against bosses, like I said. But, in a map, it's not terrible. But like I said, the whole resist lightning, resist fire, resist cold concepts are only there as just that little extra boost. If, for example, you had Jin Slayer or Flickering Flame for fire, or you had Frostwind for the resist cold, or you had Azirath for the lightning. It's not Azirath, is it? The lightning one. You know what I mean, right? So yeah, as you can see, sometimes it procs more than the cold one. Things are really melting. But then again, this is only a River of Flame Chaos Run thing, so it's pretty slow in maps still. But it's a lot of fun. It's nice to run around stabbing. I mean, I recently acquired some wealth, so maybe I will, instead of Storm Spy, I could stick a Infinity on the Mercenary, but that seems a bit silly when I can just run it myself. Because Infinity really would make a huge difference here. So once again, as I said before, people, the resist lightning, cold and fire Only good if you just want to get some extra max caps here. You know, that's all. Sadly. Maybe the devs will revisit this and make them good again. Who knows? But yeah, give it a try. Let me know what you think, because if you do get it in combination with lower resist, or Storm Spire, or, you know, Conviction yourself, you know, it could lead on to a winner. You know, it's a bit touch and go. As I said, this is actually going pretty well for this, you know, example gameplay video. I thought it'd be slower, but as you can see, it's not terrible. And if the Merc gets in, see, he breaks their, you know, lightning stuff gets broken pretty easy. You know, that's deadly. Let me know what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.